Imagine packing your dreams into a suitcase, saying goodbye to everything you know, only to face a sign that says no entry. Today, we're diving into a reality that millions face are countries that have practically sealed their borders to immigrants. But here's the twist. Some of these nations might be places you've dreamed of calling home. Before we dive in, let me share something personal. My grandmother was an immigrant who faced closed doors in 3 countries before finding her home. Her story, like millions of others, reminds us that immigration isn't just about policies. It's about human dreams, families, and the search for a better life. Number 10, Vatican City. Welcome to the world's most exclusive city-state. Vatican City isn't just the headquarters of the Catholic Church. It's also one of the most difficult places to become a resident. With only 450 permanent residents, citizenship here is uniquely tied to your function within the church. Think about this. While millions visit St. Peter's Square yearly, only a select few can call it home. Citizenship is granted temporarily and exclusively to those working for the Holy See. When your service ends, so does your citizenship. Even cardinals living in Vatican City must surrender their Vatican passports upon retirement. The selection process is arguably the world's most selective. You can't simply apply for residency or citizenship. You must be chosen. Even being a devout Catholic isn't enough. You need to serve a specific role within the Vatican's administration. The majority of citizens are either clergy members, Swiss guards, or high-ranking administrative staff. What makes this system unique is that it's the only citizenship in the world that expires by design. There's no birthright citizenship. Either children of Vatican citizens don't automatically become citizens themselves. Number 9, Liechtenstein. Nestled between Switzerland and Austria lies Liechtenstein, a microstate with one of the world's most stringent immigration policies. Here's something that might shock you. Potential citizens must wait 30 years, yes, 3 decades, before they can apply for naturalization. But that's just the beginning. The country has a strict annual quota of just 89 new citizens. To put this in perspective, that's fewer people than you'd find in an average movie theater. Even after meeting the residency requirement, candidates face another unique hurdle: community voting. Local residents in your town must vote to approve your citizenship application. The financial requirements are equally daunting. Applicants must prove substantial wealth and financial independence. There's no room for economic migrants here. Liechtenstein explicitly seeks high-net-worth individuals who can contribute to their banking-focused economy. Interestingly, even marriage to a Liechtensteiner doesn't guarantee citizenship. Spouses must still wait 5 years and pass strict language and culture tests. The country maintains these strict policies to preserve its unique cultural identity and high standard of living. 8. Bhutan. Known for measuring gross national happiness, Bhutan's approach to immigration might not make everyone happy. This Himalayan kingdom has some of the strictest immigration policies, deeply rooted in preserving its ancient Buddhist culture. In 1985, Bhutan introduced the One Nation, One People policy, making it virtually impossible for foreigners to gain citizenship. Even marrying a Bhutanese citizen doesn't guarantee residency. Foreign spouses must wait 15 years before applying for citizenship, and many applications are rejected. What's fascinating is Bhutan's tourist policy. Visitors must pay a mandatory daily fee of $250 to $300 just to enter the country. This high-value, low-impact tourism policy deliberately limits mass tourism. The country only opened its doors to tourists in 1974, and even today, visitors need to book through licensed tour operators. Here's a shocking statistic. Bhutan has fewer than 100 naturalized citizens per decade. The government particularly scrutinizes any influence that might affect their traditional way of life, from foreign media to Western-style development. 7. Maldives. Paradise comes with a price in the Maldives, and for immigrants, that price is permanent exclusion. Despite being a tourist haven, this island nation has one of the world's most restrictive immigration policies. The most striking aspect? The Maldives doesn't offer permanent residency to foreigners at all. Even wealthy investors can't buy their way in. The country's strict Islamic laws play a significant role in immigration policy, requiring all citizens to be Muslim. Foreign workers, who make up about 25% of the population, face severe restrictions. They can't own property, must have employer sponsorship, and their visas are strictly temporary. Even more surprising is that children born to foreign parents in the Maldives have no path to citizenship. The government justifies these policies by pointing to their limited land space. The country's 1,192 islands are threatened by rising sea levels. In a twist of irony, while the Maldives might need to relocate its own citizens due to climate change in the future, they're currently one of the most closed countries to immigrants. 6. Kuwait. Kuwait's immigration story is a perfect example of how oil wealth shapes migration policies. Despite having one of the highest percentages of foreign workers globally, around 70% of the population, becoming a Kuwaiti citizen is nearly impossible. The naturalization process is so strict that even children born to foreign parents in Kuwait, even after multiple generations, have no automatic right to citizenship. The country caps naturalizations at 50 people per year, but in reality, the numbers are often much lower. Here's the kicker. Kuwait's citizenship law requires applicants to be Muslim, speak fluent Arabic, and have resided in Kuwait for at least 20 years. Even then, only Arabs from other Arab countries are typically considered. The country's Kuwaitization policy actively works to reduce the foreign workforce. The benefits of Kuwaiti citizenship, including free healthcare, education, and a share in oil revenues, make it one of the world's most privileged passports. However, these benefits come at the cost of being one of the most exclusive citizenship programs globally. 5. Japan. Japan's relationship with immigration is a study in contradictions. Despite having the world's fastest aging population and a shrinking workforce, Japan maintains some of the strictest immigration policies among developed nations. Let's look at the numbers. Foreigners make up less than 2% of Japan's population, compared to 15% in other G7 countries. The naturalization process is notoriously difficult, requiring applicants to take a Japanese name, prove high Japanese language proficiency, and demonstrate deep cultural integration. What makes Japan unique is its preference for robots and automation over immigration to solve its labor shortages. Even when facing severe workforce challenges, the country introduced a limited, specified skills visa rather than opening up to general immigration. The cultural concept of Nihon Jinrin, the idea of Japanese uniqueness and homogeneity, heavily influences these policies. Despite recent reforms allowing more foreign workers, permanent settlement remains extremely difficult. Even foreign-born children of Japanese citizens face hurdles in gaining citizenship. 4. United Arab Emirates. The UAE presents a fascinating paradox. While Dubai markets itself as a global city, becoming an Emirati citizen is practically impossible. In fact, despite foreigners making up 90% of the population, the path to citizenship is one of the world's most restricted. The country operates on a strict temporary residency system through the Kafala sponsorship program. Even after generations of living in the UAE, expatriates have no automatic right to citizenship. The government maintains this policy to preserve Emirati cultural identity and ensure citizens privileged access to substantial state benefits. Here's what makes it unique. Even marriage to an Emirati citizen doesn't guarantee citizenship. Foreign women must wait 7 years, while male spouses rarely receive citizenship at all. Children of Emirati mothers and foreign fathers don't automatically receive citizenship. Recent golden visa programs have offered long-term residency to wealthy investors and specialized professionals, but these still fall short of offering any path to citizenship. The message is clear. You can work here, but you'll never truly belong. 3. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, the keeper of Islam's holiest sites, maintains one of the world's most restrictive immigration policies. Despite its massive foreign workforce, the kingdom has historically made citizenship virtually unattainable for non-Saudis. The numbers tell the story. With over 10 million foreign workers, less than 50 people typically receive Saudi citizenship annually. The process requires 10 years of continuous residence, fluency in Arabic, and conversion to Islam for non-Muslims. Even then, approval isn't guaranteed. The kingdom's recent Vision 2030 reforms have slightly relaxed some restrictions, introducing a premium residency scheme for wealthy investors. However, this comes nowhere close to citizenship rights. Foreign workers still operate under the kafala system, requiring Saudi sponsorship for residents. What's particularly striking is that even long-term residents who've lived in Saudi Arabia for generations remain perpetual outsiders. The government's priority remains maintaining the Saudi cultural and religious identity, even as it seeks to modernize other aspects of society. 2. North Korea. North Korea takes immigration restrictions to the extreme. It's not just that they don't want immigrants. They've created a system where traditional immigration is virtually non-existent. This is perhaps the world's most closed society regarding international movement. The few foreigners allowed to live in North Korea are typically diplomatic staff or aid workers, and they face strict monitoring and movement restrictions. There's no formal process for foreign nationals to become North Korean citizens. It's simply not an option. What makes North Korea unique is its complete rejection of the global migration system. Even foreign spouses of North Koreans face enormous hurdles. The few documented cases of foreigners gaining North Korean citizenship usually involve political defectors or very specific ideological circumstances. The country's Jewish ideology of self-reliance extends to population policy, creating what might be the world's most homogeneous society by design. Even tourism is strictly controlled, with visitors requiring government minders and following preset itineraries. 1. Monaco. Topping our list is Monaco, the world's second smallest country, where citizenship is more exclusive than membership in the world's most elite clubs. This Mediterranean principality has turned citizenship into the ultimate status symbol. Here's what makes Monaco's system unique. Despite 75% of its population being foreign, becoming a Monegasque citizen is nearly impossible. The naturalization process requires 10 years of residency. But here's the catch. Getting residency itself requires proving extraordinary wealth or rare skills. The numbers are staggering. With only around 9,000 native Monegasque citizens, the country adds fewer than 100 new citizens annually. Even after meeting all requirements, citizenship requires personal approval from the Prince of Monaco himself. What makes this system particularly fascinating is that it's designed to maintain one of the world's highest GDPs per capita. Monegasque citizens enjoy significant benefits, including no income tax, priority for jobs, and subsidized housing in one of the world's most expensive real estate markets.